2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Our matchup tonight taking place in San Francisco as we watch the Warriors go up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they've yet to win against this squad this season. 2 games, 2 losses. We'll see if their luck changes tonight. One thing we're seeing, Kenny, certain teams that started off hot are now falling by the wayside.
Man, that happens every year, Arnie. This is nothing new. No surprise. Everyone does it. The league catches up to them at some point.
You know, after teams adjust to you, you have to adjust back. If you can't, shows you weren't all that to begin with.
Ah, very true, very true. Here's Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the tip.
And that's Coit Tower, perched high atop Telegraph Hill here in San Francisco. We're just about set for action. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. And on tap tonight, it's the Golden State Warriors going up against the Utah Jazz. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Bogdanovich.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these 2 rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bradley is out there with Gobert, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green down low with Looney, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. Now here's Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. Now the pass to Green. Over Bradley. From down in the low post, it goes.
There's a dogged intensity with which Draymond Green plays the game of basketball. He will get to the space he wants and score it.
Curry against Conley. Mitchell outside. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Wiggins with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, Klay Thompson's simply one of the best to do it in the NBA right now when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
Conley feeling it out. Pass to Mitchell. Over Thompson. A second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The gigantic frame of Rudy Gobert is a problem for the defense. Very hard to contest this guy without fouling.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft draft and develop their talent internally.
And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Bradley, and Looney sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Bogdanovich passes to Bradley.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
The drive by Green. Curry against Conley. Releases. Green breaking loose. Curry gets the bucket.
Well, I'll tell you, there are few shooters who can keep their composure against that kind of defense. But how about Steph Curry? That's a tough shot.
And Looney sends it back. Green bounce pass. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And our 3rd month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. You look at Utah. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they win one, they lose one. They think they're going in the right direction, then they seem to take a step back. It's been a season of inconsistencies so far.
Now here's Conley. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Trying to find Bradley, gets it to him. Green with the block.
A valuable, dogged defender, Draymond Green doing his thing.
Wiggins. And Thompson kicks to Green. Wiggins outside. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Looney. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Curry. Over Gobert. The shot by Curry, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Conley's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Mitchell against Thompson. Curry on the wing. Back to Thompson. Green inside, guarded by Bradley. And Green gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end of the season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP. It feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Wow. Mitchell's shot is good.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Conley dishes to Gobert, and the shot goes down.
I tell you, increasingly able to contribute on the offensive end, and that's a problem. Rudy Gobert doing work.
Curry looking around. Passes to Poole. Now here's Wiggins. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. Drains it from beyond the arc.
When a player is in his range as soon as he steps across the half-court line, that's almost impossible to check. Welcome, Mr. Curry, to the three-party.
Jazz trail by 8. Here's Conley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. To the right side. Inside, and Green slams it in.
Well, Draymond Green in the screen and roll as the roll man is a dangerous option because of his strength.
Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Pacers.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think, Greg. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Boy, you've got to love the cleverness of Draymond Green. You know he loves to get guys up in the air. He sells it so well. You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups.
The first free throw is good. And I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit. It's his willingness to hold his ground on the block, and it is very difficult to score on him. Why? Well, great length, great anticipation. This guy is flat out competitive and wants to challenge anyone, anywhere.
Now here's Conley. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. There's the three. That one, no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
How about the shooting percentage, though? In the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Now, here's Mitchell. And he also played a big role in their last game with Indiana. Here's Clarkson. Gobert, great positioning on the putback.
I love it when Rudy Gobert crashes the offensive glass, uses those long arms to great advantage.
Curry against Conley. Outside, Green. Over Davis. And it's Green missing. And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Jazz trail by 8. And here's Moutier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shots good by Clarkson.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Bowman passes to Wiggins. And there's the pass to Chris. Ingles against Wiggins. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Utah is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. One-on-one here. Here's Bowman, and it's blocked. 4-on-3 break. Here's Moutier. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. Can't cash in from close range. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Pascal. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ingles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Davis.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Bowman passes to Wiggins. Chris kicks to Wiggins. And again, no good by Golden State. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 3. Pass to Ingles from downtown. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play off Joe Ingles, he is going to make the catch and shoot jump shot. You better be there on the catch.
Pass to Pascal. Here's Poole. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Bowman. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Utah's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Moutier. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moutier. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Utah. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors. They're in the 6th position.
And seeing where Utah is, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Now, resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Here's the pass to Clarkson. From deep Ingles. And Pascal pulls it down.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Well, the quickness to beat you inside. Wiggins possesses that in spades. Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that. Boy, how about the Warriors enjoying this beautiful new arena, the Chase Center? What an incredible amount of work went into getting this built, and that was before they even broke ground, guys.
Here's Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. Warriors leading by 4. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Bowman. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. And the Chase Center will enable the Warriors, they think, to spend big on talent. But you know what, Doris? There is still a lot of nostalgia for their old home in Oakland.
No doubt, Kevin. The fans were so incredibly loyal. Oracle Arena was known for its rowdiness. The hope, obviously, that spirit will travel across the bay.
Utah with the ball after the Warriors pick up 3. Cans it from downtown. Clarkson's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Jazz. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That is his first foul of the game. Utah's on defense. 4-point game. To the paint, it's stolen by Davis.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Bowman, defended by Mudiay. Here's Wiggins, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
Well, an ever-diversifying offensive arsenal. Wiggins baits the defender with that little up fake.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, when his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. He can't get it to go. It'll count. That one misses. What a performance for Draymond Green. He has been the story for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
Very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Emmanuel Mudiay. Davis is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Williams Goss in at the shooting guard. The Warriors leading. Here's Bowman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his third assist on the night. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Mudiay kicks to Ingles. Mudiay looking around, all alone. Utah the rebound. Wiggins with the block.
Using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins air-mailing it back.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Then for the Jazz, Bradley comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Bogdanovich in for Clarkson. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Here's Bradley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
You can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
He misses the free throw. No luck that time either.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Ingles can't get it to go.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Pass to Chris. Golden State moving it around. Right side Curry passes it to Thompson. Over Mudiay, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry. Thompson's got 5 points so far. And the Jazz with possession here. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Jazz. Thompson outside. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Utah with the ball. They trail by 7. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, this is starting to develop. The pick-and-roll game of Emmanuel Mudiay. He's got to utilize those passing lanes.
Curry against Mudiay. Higgins outside. The pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. It's Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the 2nd quarter.
Now here's Mudiay. Outside Bogdanovich. Bradley against Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Stephen Curry.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
One is no good. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Here's Gobert following the basket by Stephen Curry. Gobert dishes to Conley. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 14-5 run. Green finds Curry. Higgins outside. Utah with the rebound. Bradley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively. Drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And the Jazz call time here. And everyone loves to talk about Curry's offense, but he does enough, Doris, to hold his own on the defensive end as well.
Listen, Kevin, we know that opposing teams target Steph Curry on the defensive end. What you love about Curry is his quick hands allow him to come up with steals. His competitive nature makes him bulldogish enough that he's going to stick with a player and try to bother their shot.
The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the 3-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Take a look at Thompson, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the 3-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Boy, Bogdanovich with the distance delivery. How about that effortless shooting motion?
Curry is inside. Over by Conley. Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 12 points for Draymond Green. Jazz trail by 8. Now Conley. Dishes to Mitchell. Outside Bradley. He kicks it to Conley. Mitchell looking it over. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here. Warriors leading by 8. Goes up to the stripe. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Outside Conley. Mitchell against Thompson. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Monday, the Houston Rockets will come into town.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Conley with it. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Bradley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That free throw, no good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Poole's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Gobert. The feed to Bradley. Clarkson on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Jazz trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill, and that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Bowman over by Conley. Thompson right side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, did Klay Thompson get off his feet in a hurry. How about that finish?
So it's Utah now. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And he lays in the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Now, here's Thompson. He's got 9. Pass to Bowman. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Jazz.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Gobert finds Clarkson. Back to Gobert. Clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Pascal. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Here's a look at some stats for Rudy Gobert. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Getting around 12 points a game, 20 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Here's Pascal. Gobert with the block.
Now, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
The Warriors making a switch here. Chris is checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Davis is checked in. Free throw drops for Mitchell. And with his dad working with Major League Baseball players, Mitchell was rubbing elbows with guys making millions. He saw some players who stayed humble and others who didn't. And you know what, Doris? I think it made an impression.
And I think, Kevin, if you listen to Donovan, he talks about how his parents impressed upon him the importance of how you treat people. So even with all the success, it's not going to this young man's head. He is so grounded.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 7. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bowman passes to Pascal. 32 seconds left here in the second. That one drops for him. Now here is Conley. Mitchell outside. Back to Conley. The pass to Davis. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 7 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Bradley. Pass to Conley. With 2 seconds left. It's good. Conley's got 6 points.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's been a major threat from 3-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, going in, Steph Curry can make any kind of shot. But then he still finds his way to impress you. Big showing so far, one of the most entertaining players in the game.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. It's a 5-point game. Green down low with Looney. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Curry. Gobert pulls it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
And it's Green, missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Mitchell passes to Conley. But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Mitchell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz. Warriors shooting here about 46% for the game. Curry passes to Thompson. Wiggins outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Green. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
Jazz trail by 3. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Gobert. And Looney sends it back. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
6 to shoot. It's stolen by Gobert. Pull-up jumper. And it's Mitchell missing. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him.
That one is off. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
Green. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
That one good for two.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
For the Jazz, Williams-Goss is checked in for Mitchell, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Curry against Moutier. On the wing, Wiggins, 11 points in the game. Back to Curry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got 17 now. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Moutier against Curry. Gobert trying to get open. And here is Curry. 17 points in the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That'll be his second foul of the game. Curry way outside. No good on the quick three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
The Warriors trail. Smailagic knocked away. He had stolen by Ingles. Here's Williams-Goss. He's covered by Thompson. And the basket is good.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Smailagic. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 14-6 run. Tipped away. Thompson outside. Moutier with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passes to Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate. He's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovich may be one of the most underrated players in this league. This guy understands his role and plays it well.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
The Warriors have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Free throw good. Wiggins.
I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts the defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Moutier.
Well, that miss, to me, created because of Steph Curry's defense. This guy is doing enough to influence the shot.
Here's Williams-Goss. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams-Goss has got 8 points.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And with the way, Doris, defenses have to adjust for Curry. It just leaves so much more space for the rest of the team.
I think coaches, Kevin, because of Steph Curry's presence, they have got to change their defensive schemes, account for spaces on the floor that traditionally you wouldn't have to account for. That puts Steph Curry in a class of his own.
Now, Moutier following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Curry against Moutier. Curry passes to Wiggins. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And here comes the break. And the pass to Williams-Goss. Misses the 3. Warriors trail by 5. Outside, Green. From the arc. And Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Moutier. He has 5. He feeds it to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, pretty pass. Let's see some more of that young gun.
Smailagic, defended by Gobert. Back to Curry. Pass to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Wiggins outside. Off target with his 3. Utah leading by 4. Here's Williams-Goss. 8 points for him. Now Gobert kicks it to Moutier. Over Thompson. Moutier, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Doris, for as great as Klay Thompson is with his shooting and his scoring, you have to acknowledge his terrific defense as well.
Kevin, he is elite on the defensive end of the floor. For Klay Thompson, he's tall enough, he's long enough, he's got exceptional feet, exceptional length, incredible discipline, stick-to-itiveness. Any defensive quality you could hope for, Klay Thompson has it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after Ed Davis's score. Bowman passes to Thompson. That shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Mitchell outside. Mitchell is doubled. Clarkson with the ball. He's got 9. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. The fadeaway. Utah gets it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
They get it back. Davis. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Bowman, defended by Moutier. And now here's Chris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Ed Davis.
Well, the hard-charging approach of Klay Thompson paying dividends with the foul call. Hey, they like to see that kind of aggressiveness.
The Warriors have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the first one drops.
When Klay Thompson gets his game going, there's nobody in the league who's more dangerous to a defense. This guy, when his shot starts to fall, runs as hot as any player in the league.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Jazz, Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. And so Thompson nails both of them. And with Klay, when he goes off for these huge games, Doris, sometimes he doesn't even dribble.
That's the amazing fact about Klay Thompson is a lot of his best games are all catch-and-shoot situations. His ability to be relentless in moving without the basketball and find the space. And do you know it only takes him 0.79 seconds to get his jump shot off?
And so here is Golden State after the basket by Utah. Here's Pascal, rebounded by the Jazz. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. Conley, the pass to Davis. Thompson against Mitchell. Back to Davis. Here's Clarkson. They get it back. Bradley can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Wiggins from outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Conley left side. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Thompson. Now Chris. Ring shot on the way. And it's good off the back rim and in. Chris has got his first points in this one.
Kev, that's getting great lift on the jumper. And Chris really hard to challenge from the mid-range.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Jazz leading by just 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bradley is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Davis in at the center. The pass to Bowman. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Wiggins from outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here is Conley. Davis, the pass to Conley. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And he makes the first.
Fourth selection back in the 07 draft, Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Bowman, covered by Conley. Wiggins drives in, and it's blocked by Bradley. In transition, here come the Jazz. Fires from deep. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Bowman, covered by Conley. Pass to Looney. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
First free throw is good.
And the problem for Wiggins, a former overall #1 pick, people always seem to want more from him, whether it's warranted or not.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. He's perfect from the line this time. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mitchell. Outside Conley for the 3. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Thompson passes to Chris. Second shot opportunity. Looney. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Ed Davis. Well, you have to be a fan of the way Kevon Looney plays, the former UCLA Bruin. He puts in the work on the defensive end, Doris, and it shows.
No doubt. He has evolved to be the kind of player who is often asked to guard the wings, sometimes even point guards. Just think back to last year's playoffs. He had to guard the likes of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. This guy is so gifted as a defender, and he's only getting started.
And that one falls for Looney. So he gets them both. The Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Conley against Curry. Conley gets the bucket. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And now here's Chris to the middle. Here's Looney. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Conley kicks to Bradley. It's rebounded by Golden State. Chris has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one to tie it up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the defense just slightly out of position, and Klay Thompson takes advantage. Nice.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Well, guys, there's no doubt if you're talking about the best shooters in the NBA right now, Klay Thompson's name has got to be in the conversation.
That one drops. He ties it up. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Curry against Conley. Outside for Davis. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Mitchell doesn't waste time. He sees a chance to finish with authority and doesn't pass it up.
Curry against Conley. Thompson right side. Pass to Chris. And Davis sends it back. And they get it back. Mitchell in the corner. Curry against Davis. Here's Mitchell. That shot off the mark. Wiggins with some nice D. The Warriors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Green, he's checked in for Chris. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Looney. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Elite burst. Hard to stay in front of Wiggins right now.
Jazz have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Conley against Curry. Here's Davis, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And it's 8 points for Ed Davis.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Timeout called the Warriors. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
For Utah, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Conley the pass to Gobert. Mitchell wide open. No good from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Second chance shot. The Warriors pull it in.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Wiggins kicks to Thompson. Thompson is doubled, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Jazz now. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
Utah trailing here. Outside Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. And Looney sends it back. Lobbed up there for Green. He can't hit that time.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Now here's Wiggins. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
I think tonight is a great measure of Wiggins' progress, scoring in volume in a variety of ways.
Utah with the ball, trailing by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Conley. Bogdanovich looking around. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. That one, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Curry passes to Looney. That shot missing. A D by Bogdanovich. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jazz trail by 4. And the Jazz call time here.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Mitchell finds Conley. Back to Mitchell. Looking to end his cold spell. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
One shot.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Now here's Wiggins. Yes, that goes in. Wiggins has got 8 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. Left side Bradley. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Outside Curry. Passes it to Wiggins. Gobert with the block. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Conley against Curry. Curry with the steal.
Those turnovers haven't helped their cause. It's almost as if he's playing for the other team.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Jazz trail by 5. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Mitchell. Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Utah shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Conley with a wide open look, knocks down the 3-ball. Conley's got 11 points here in just the second half. The Warriors shooting 40% in the fourth. Conley against Curry. The pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Conley against Curry. Conley dishes to Mitchell to take the lead. Utah the rebound.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. He kicks it to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. But they'll get another chance.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce. Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Conley against Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Draymond Green never backs away in big possessions. In fact, you get the sense this guy loves the spotlight.
Jazz trail by 3. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Brent. Over in the corner, Conley. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And for the Warriors, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And Green gets it to go.
Well, this is the ethos that Klay Thompson plays with. He is a great scorer, but he's willing to give it up.
We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell with it. Outside Brandon. Out to the right wing. Here's Conley, and the rejection by Curry.
Well, stepping up his game on the defensive end, Steph Curry reads the play and sends it back.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 7. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Conley against Curry. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Fades away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul. He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Niang. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from downtown. Timeout called the Warriors. They're in front by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.